I am back with another video. I am doing a seafood mukbang. As you can see by the video, obviously I'm talking about coronavirus. Yes, it's true, I did catch it. So let's just jump right into this video. Yeah, make sure y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video if you want to see more of this type of video. But so yes, I did catch corona, and basically I went to a family event, and at that family event, like the next day, one of the family members got really sick, and so they went to the hospital and they tested for coronavirus and they tested positive. So that triggered like a big to-do within the family for everybody to go and get tested. So I did go and get tested and I tested positive. So I'm not going through dates and stuff like that because if you needed to know, you know, and otherwise you could just follow the story. But so I tested positive and I didn't initially feel any types of symptoms or anything like that. I never had a fever the entire time that I had coronavirus. I never had a fever. But I had a lot of fatigue. I was very, very tired. And I would have headaches. And I did lose my sense of smell. And sometimes my sense of taste. But I could taste a little bit, but I couldn't smell anything. Like not even my son's dirty diapers. I couldn't smell nothing. So mine, I would say, was a mild case of coronavirus. But of course I did quarantine. They wouldn't get my son tested unless he had like a fever or something like that. And only the hospital will do infant tests for coronavirus. So he did not get tested. They basically just told me to assume that he has it. And of course he would quarantine with me as well. And just do like that. And he was sleeping in his bed, but now he's not. So what we would do is I would just like sleep at the foot of the bed. So if I had to cough or something like that, I wouldn't be like coughing in either one of their faces. And then my boyfriend, he did get tested too, but he was negative. So I think it's really no logic to all of this. Like, if you're gonna get it, you just gonna get it. That's what I think. Because it's people that were there at the event that didn't get it. Some of us that were there of course got it, but our spouses didn't, or some of the spouses did get it. So it's no logic to it. It's just, of course, quarantining is the best that you can do. If you stay at home and you're not around nobody else to catch it, then you won't catch it. But it's no cure for it. It's nothing they can give you. Basically, if you get the coronavirus and you can breathe and don't have no fever, you're on your own. They ain't gonna do nothing for you. There's nothing they can do. They're just gonna tell you to try to treat it at home. So, you know, for like the stuffy nose and stuff like that, I took like Mucinex DM, that really helped. And I just take like extra strength Tylenol for the headaches. And I never lost my appetite, but some people did, I know, lost their appetite with the sense of smell and taste. But shoot, I was still eating. Baby, I ain't had no problem with that. Being as though I was able to experience it with a lot of people in my family, I was able to see like the differences in age and stuff like that. Older people did suffer a little more than I did. So the people that were older in age, they had more of the symptoms. They had almost all the symptoms that they list on there. And their fatigue was more, the fatigue took them out a little more than I would say it took me out. I was still able to work, stuff like that. But the depression that comes with it kind of sucks because you can't be around nobody because you don't want to expose nobody. But I did have to tell my job, which was a little weird because you don't know how people gonna react. You really don't want to tell people. I really didn't care, but you don't want to tell people because people act like it's the plague, like you got the plague or something. So it was weird to tell people, but my job, they were very, very discreet about everything. So they've been pretty good about it. So just a little piece right there. I need to try that little Be Love sauce. People be saying it's nasty though. So, like when you get it, it all depends on where you go, like how your test gonna go. I saw some people get mouth swabs. Mine was a nose swab, and they did it in both nose. And it didn't hurt, but it was like the most uncomfortable thing to experience. It just like real uncomfortable. And I know some people that got their test back within 2 hours. It took like 2 or 3 days. Excuse me. It took like 2 or 3 days in Huntsville, where I live, to get your results back. I'm getting this juice everywhere, Lord. But so once you get your results back, somebody from the testing center, they call you. But then later on, somebody from the health department will call you, and they kind of like go into more detail. They ask you, like, basically they try to track it, like where you got it, who else could be infected and stuff like that, so they can contact people in case you hadn't already contacted them. But and then they give you like little cleanup tips and stuff like that, and basically tell you, once again, you can't breathe, then go to the hospital. But other than that, just self-quarantine and stay at home. And one thing I thought, like from watching the news and stuff, I thought it was supposed to be 14 days quarantine. But when they call you, they tell you it's 10. So I thought that was a little strange. And even though it's 10 days, you're supposed to wait till 3 days of no symptoms before you're technically out of quarantine, I guess. So I will say, after the 10 days, I still had to stay in quarantine. I stayed in quarantine for another 2 weeks. So, and that was just my own personal preference. Not that I really had anywhere to go anyway, because my job has us working from home anyway. But I just try to refrain. But I really feel like nothing is gonna help you unless you, nothing is gonna help you. If you meant to get it and come in contact with somebody that got it, you gonna get it. That's just straight up. How do y'all eat this part? Oh, it's too much. I feel like I'm eating the shell. But and another thing that was a misconception that I thought that they were that they had finally started giving tests to just anybody that wanted them. Well, I don't think that's true. I think that you have to have either some of the major symptom, which is like you have to have a fever and you have to have like a cough or something like that. I did have a cough too. And you have to come in contact with somebody that has tested positive or been out of the country or something like that. Otherwise, they're not gonna give you the test. They're gonna just assume that you don't have it. Ooh. Whoever said to add the egg, it's the egg for me. It's the egg for me. Okay. But overall, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better. There was about 2 or 3 days where I just felt really, really exhausted. I think that was like the word for what I was feeling. I just felt overwhelmingly exhausted. And all I just did is just stay in bed. Like I just tried my best to do as little as possible. And ooh, baby, this lobster is hot and it's burning my fingers trying to get it out. But look at this. Ooh, look at that. Twerk with the love, twerk with the love. Anyways, I gotta move my hair for this because this is sloppy. And I really should have took this wig off, trying to be on here cute, halfway cute for y'all. It's late, honestly. But this is when mothers do things when everybody go to sleep. This is when we do things. So hot and spicy. Fucking hot. I don't know what I think Raven gonna do, but so what do I think about the vaccine situation? I think that they're probably gonna rush to come out with a vaccine because it's just gonna keep spreading, because it's, like I said, there's no light to it and it's nothing to get rid of. Really, you're just letting it pass through your body. So I think that they're gonna rush to get they're gonna rush trying to get the vaccine, and then they gonna doggone be trying to force people to get it. But baby, I ain't gonna be in that first little number, honey. I can't do it. They ain't gonna try, they ain't gonna play with me. Shoot, virus is, shoot, it's just giving you the virus, right? I already got it. Didn't have it anyway, so I don't need to be vaccinated on this one. I see why folks be snacking on these videos. But baby, it's good. I really think I could be pescatarian if I didn't have to make dinner for other people. Because clearly I'm not gonna make no pork chops and not eat one. Real fat girl stuff. But anyways, clearly I'm not gonna be able to finish all this because it's late and I'm full already. Child, I still got stuff all over my mouth. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about coronavirus or COVID, I will try to answer them. Just leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe.